November 23rd. Before we get started, do we have any emergency or priority traffic for the net? Now they heard, this is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1 JBL. My name is Jim, and I'll be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. in the CQ Maritime Room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube. Look for Rob, VE1RMJ. That's Rob, VE1RMJ, so that everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After all the Maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to a delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission has finished. Right? Okay, first of all, do we have any announcements for the net? Any announcements? Go ahead. Nothing heard on announcements, so here we go. Let's start with short time stations that got to get away, and any mobile stations. So any mobiles or short time stations that can't stick around for the net that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, come on.
Victor Echo 9, Echo Uniform, Victor Mobile.
VE1WIN, short time.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima, short time.
Okay, I got 3 stations that time. I got VE9 EUV Mobile, VE1WIN, and VE9 PAL. Who did I miss? Short time or mobile stations? Go ahead.
Victor a Yankee 2, a Golf of Foxtrot.
Short time, Jim.
Okay, I got 2 more stations. I got George, VY2GF, and Brad, VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Okay, top of the list, mobile, VE9 EUV. Mark, come on in.
VE1 JBL, net control, VE9 EUV for the Wednesday night Maritime Fusion Net. Good evening, everybody. It's a nice dark evening, and really the weather's been pretty nice this week here in Fredericton. Just dropped my son off for his first night of Air Cadets. He wanted to join Air Cadets, and he just turned 12, so he's very excited, and he seems to be, he's going to have an enjoyable evening. So that's what we're doing tonight, getting a couple errands done while I'm in town. Other than that, I'll give it back to you there, Jim, and hope everyone has a good night. 7-3, VE9 EUV, back to net control.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mark. Good on everything. Good on the young fellow getting the Air Cadet. So the military runs in the family, that's for sure. So good stuff. I'm glad he's going to enjoy it there. So that's great. Very good. Thanks very much for checking in. Have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now. Peter, VE1WIN, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening, all. No traffic for the net here, Jim. Just checking in and out there. Have a great evening, all. Just making dinner here. So catch everybody later.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. No problem at all there. And hope you have a good supper there. 7-3 for now. Let's go up to Irishtown, St. Paul, VE9 PAL. Go ahead.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, this VE9 PAL. No traffic here, Jim. You guys all have a great week. Take care of yourselves. VE9 PAL.
Okay, very good, Paul. Yep, no problem at all there. The Moncton repeater seems to be working fine there too. So hopefully we're going to keep our fingers crossed. Have a good night here with all the repeaters here. And thanks again for checking in. Have yourself a great evening there. Over to the island, VY2GF, VE1JBL. Go ahead, George.
Well, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. I'm coming from Charlottetown. Well, it's been kind of an uneventful, quiet week, and I hope it stays that way. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll look forward to the net next Wednesday, Victor Yankee 2 Golf Foxtrot.
Okay, very good, George. No problem at all there. I did get your email today, George, and I really wasn't sure how to answer that one. So I'll have to scratch my head over that one for a while and see what we can do about that. But anyways, okay, thanks. Have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now. And Brad, VE1ZX, VE1JBL on short time. It must almost be hockey season, Brad, isn't it?
V1 JBL with the Fusion Net, V1 Zulu X-Ray. Yeah, they're starting to put the ice in partial this week, Jim. So probably miss a few of the nets on Wednesday nights there. And we're checking in on the V1 USR repeater here in Cleveland, Jim. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for checking me in. V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-Ray.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. Good and everything there, and the ice going in there. So, yeah, we'll know you'll probably miss something down the road there for sure there. So, no problem at all there. And I've already changed the sheet there that I send out from Parsford to 2 Islands. So, it's already been changed there, Brad. So, the rest of them we'll see it under 2 Islands now. Very good. Thanks very much. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's try one more round. One more round of anybody that's got to get away early or mobile stations. So short time stations or mobile stations that want to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Come on in.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, VE9 PIN.
VE1 DES.
Okay, I got 2 more stations at a time. I got VE9 PIN and VE1 DES. Bert, VE9 PIN, how's things up in northern New Brunswick there? We've even got a little bit of snow on the ground here, so I'm sure you've got more than we do, and I think it's supposed to go down to minus 17 tonight there. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, pretty. Let me tell you, when the sun went down there around 4 o'clock, a little brisky wind came in, and it wasn't warm. Came in from work at 6, and I'm still frozen, so I'm jumping to the shower right now. Besides that, minus 11 at the moment, mostly cloudy, and minus 17 during the night tonight. So can't wait to see what it will be tomorrow. I think it's only it's minus 5 to 2, I guess, during the day tomorrow. So we'll be putting another 10 hours of work outside, minus half an hour roughly for lunch. No breaks, nothing. So just how we do it. And you called. 7-3 to all. A pleasant evening and a good week.
Yeah, okay, very good. We're good on everything there. Yeah. I when I watched the weather today, it was given minus 10 for here tonight. So I said, oh boy, if it's minus 10 here, I can imagine what's going to be up in northern New Brunswick. And then they were saying minus 17. So yes, it's going to be a cold night there for sure. So we may get some ice on the river tonight. There was a little bit on the river the other day. And I'm sure there will be some ice on the river in the morning there for sure. So very good. Okay, Bert, thanks very much. Have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see Don in the Yarmouth area there. VE1 DES, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, V1 JBL, V1 DES. Good evening. Good evening to all the folks that are checking in.
It's been relatively warm, a little bit breezy, but +6 down here most of the day. Maybe a tad higher. I'm supposed to go down to -4 tonight, I believe, but the wind never stops blowing. Especially trying to let the lobster fishermen down here know that they're not going to get out for a few days. Hopefully it'll settle down eventually. V1JBL, V1DES, everybody have a fine evening.
VE1DES, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Don. Yep, good on everything there, and good on the fishing boats there, and the temperature tonight there for sure. Okay, very good, Don. Thanks very much for checking in. And your audio is a little low, Don. Now I see you're using the 7250. I have one of those also, and I always found if I turn it up for the turn it up for the Fusion Net, it seems to be too much for the regular nets on the analog side, but it's just something you have to play with there. But anyways, all I had to do was turn up the audio, and I heard you, no problem there, Don. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that was 2 rounds of a short time and mobile. So let's open it up now. Let's start with PEI. Any stations from Prince Edward Island that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Stations from PEI, come on ahead. This is VE1JBL Net Control this evening for the Maritime Fusion Net, looking for stations from Prince Edward Island. Anybody from PEI that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, come on in. Nothing heard. Let's come over to Nova Scotia. So let's go into Nova Scotia. First round from stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Come on in.
Vector Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey, V1JW.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu Bravo.
VE1 FOX.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet.
UI.
Victor Echo 1, Japan Sugar.
Okay, a fine bunch there to start the net here. We got VE1JW, VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 FOX, VE1 RMJ, VE1 MUI, and VE1 Juliet Sierra. Anybody else from Nova Scotia? Anybody else from Nova Scotia that I missed or would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Stations from Nova Scotia, go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Sierra Echo. VE1 CSC.
Okay, Robert, I got you at the end there. Let's go to the top of the list there. VE1JW, VE1JBL. Very good evening, Eric.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and everybody else on that. Pretty quiet week for us so far. The snow tires put on the weekend, and the grandkids overnight Friday night, but into Saturday, and like I say, got the snow tires put on Saturday and Sunday. We had a quiet day and a little bit of running around, but other than that, pretty quiet. And, last couple of days have been pretty quiet here. We haven't done a whole lot this week so far. Go tomorrow probably and get a few groceries and top the tank up with gas, so we're fill it up before the price hike on Friday, maybe. Who knows? or decrease. If I buy gas, it'll go down. If I wait till Friday, it'll go up. So I can never seem to win. So, but anyway, the snow tires are on, and we're prepared as we can for whatever is going to come for the winter. Other than that, nothing else too startling happening here. V1JW.
VE1JW, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Eric. Yeah, good and everything there. Well, it's been a busy week here. My goodness. On Monday, they finally showed up to widen my driveway and clear a little more area in here with the turnaround area in here at my cabin here. So they showed up Monday and spent the day doing that. And then on Tuesday, I had to go to town to get myself a new water heater. The water heater sprung a leak. It was a 20-year-old tank, so I guess it didn't owe me anything, but it finally gave up. So I had to go to town. I had to get a truck and go to town and get a new water heater and brought it out here on Tuesday. And then today I did the same thing. I got my tires changed here this morning. At the same time, the gentleman finally decided to come out and take the trees down. All my leaners that I had on the property here from Fiona, they were still up here, and the fella came out today with a nice rig on the back there, and he could scoot right up there and cut those trees off, so he was here all day doing that. So tomorrow and for the next couple of days here, I've got a yard full of trees on the ground. And hundreds of branches. So you know what I'll be doing for the next little while there. So it's been a very busy week, and I've been spending money like a drunken sailor. So there you go. Anyways, thanks Eric for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go to Oxford and see Mike. VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Jim, and good evening, everybody on frequency there. Yeah, okay, on the hot water tank. Mine's 15 years old, and I'm thinking about maybe changing it out there just as a precaution, I guess. And I know they don't last forever, but anyways, yeah, okay, and lots of limbs to pick up, and you shall be having some bonfires for a bit probably. So, okay, nothing further from here, and I'll say hello to Robert coming up there, and after Curtis there, my neighbor Robert. So. I'll say 7-3 VE1 Zulu Bravo.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, good and everything there, and yeah, that's yeah. Like I say, I'll have a lot of firewood here. I just don't know where I'm going to pull all these branches. Like the whole yard is just full of branches from these big poplar trees that they had to take down there. Like there's just hundreds of branches on each one of these poplar trees. And the whole yard is just full of branches, but I had to take 3 or 4 birch trees down, so that's good firewood and stuff like that for next winter. So it's going to be quite a while here. So, anyways, thanks, Mike, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening there. Now let's go down to see Curtis, VE1 FOX, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Jim. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all the other operators on there this evening. Boy, I tell you, I can't get over the audio stuff on this Fusion, boys. I just hate it. I keep it at least until I'm done with it. Oh, God. Anyways, yeah, no, we're just getting back there. We just went out and picked our Venices up. There's our deer we had shot, so... well, we got the second one, I should say there. The first one, well, it was there. But the other one, a nice 6-point over there, we picked up there last. So, nice looking steak, boys, I tell you, and chops that I brought home tonight. So I can't wait to munch into them tomorrow there at dinner time. Besides that, weather-wise, look, I'll tell you, it is cold. Well, what we got here? Oh, we only got 0 up there, but boy, I tell you, she's still nippy. We had -6 there a couple of days ago there in the morning, so she's been pretty cold around this part. Just a brisk of snow there the other day, and I was to the valley this morning, had my eyes done again, and my gosh, it rained and snowed up there around 9 o'clock, so anyhow, we managed to get out of there and get back home, and when we hit home, the sun was shining, and it was beautiful down this way. With that, Jim, thanks for calling me into the Maritime Fusion Net. I love getting on here. So with that, I'll say 7-3 all around. Everybody have a great evening and enjoy it and stay safe. So Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, here in 3 Mile Plains. 7-3, Jim. Thanks for doing the net there. Not getting there. Thanks for calling me in. VE1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Curtis. Yeah, good on everything there, and yeah, well, like you say, the audio is just so good on this system here. So it's great to get on here and doing that here for sure. So very good. Yeah, thanks, Curtis, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go back to Oxford again and see Robert. VE1 RMJ, VE1 JBL. How's things tonight?
VE1 JBL, VE1 RMJ. Well, good evening to you, Jim and Curtis, and my neighbor Mike there, and all the rest that are listening. Oh, things are going pretty good here. Just working away at some little things in the shack and listening along with the net here. Things are sounding pretty good on this end, and just getting ready. It's going to be a cool night, so let's fire going here and stay warm. I hope everybody else has a great evening. 7-3. VE1 JBL, VE1 RMJ.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Good on everything there, and as usual, thanks for doing the live feed on the YouTube there. So good on everything there. Thanks very much for checking in tonight. Have yourself a great evening. Okay, let's VE1 MUI, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, the Maritime Fusion, VE1 MUI. Good evening, Jim. Everybody on the network there tonight. From down in West Pumlico here. Nice night. And Mom and Dad just walked in, and my son just walked in about 15 minutes before that. They were putting their traps on the boat, getting things ready, and all that stuff. So I guess we're putting up the Christmas tree here tonight. So that's what's going on here. Anyway, 7-3. Everybody have a good week. VE1 JBL, VE1 MUI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Matt. Yeah, good on everything there, and yeah, good on the boats getting ready to go out there. So everybody stay safe there for sure, and good on everything else there. So thanks for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. And let's go see John and VE1JS, VE1JBL. And how you enjoying the Fusion, John? Go ahead.
V1 JBL, V1JS. Well, I'm enjoying it very much, Jim. I haven't really done a lot with it, but what I've done, I've enjoyed, and learning something new every day. I'm going to set up a note down here when Senator Post gets around to delivering me a new laptop and some cables from DX Engineering, which took 11 days to ship from when I ordered them, but I guess they're going to turn up here eventually, and I'll start another learning curve. But it's a good thing. And people talking about water heaters. I had to do a water heater last winter. One we replaced was 36 years old, so it certainly didn't owe me anything. And as far as the weather goes, it's pretty good down here today. Temperature right now is just above 2 degrees. And I'm babbling on here. Thanks for doing the net, and greetings to everyone. Stay warm and stay safe. V1 JBL on the net, VE1 JS.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. Good and everything there, and the water tank and all that good stuff. And yeah, we like I say, ours lasted 20 years. I went online. I was looking at the YouTube videos, of course, and they were saying that if you can get 10 to 12 years, they were saying 12 years. If you can get 12 years out of a water tank, you're doing well. They said anything after that is gravy. So yeah, everybody seems to have done well more than 12 years. So that's great. That's for sure. Yeah, 35. That's good. That's really good. Anyways, very good. Okay, John, thanks very much. Doing good on the Fusion side. Absolutely no problem at all there. Good to have you on board there. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go down to see Robert, VE1 CSD, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE1 CSD. Good evening to you, John. All on frequency. Yeah, I remember the only thing that went on our hot water heater down in Tiverton, Digby County, the heating filament went. So we ordered a new one, and Boys, that lasted as long as we had the property, about 15 to 17 years, and then after that, we sold it and moved to Digby. But anyway, just transmitting here through the repeater, just for the heck of it this one time. Out on the balcony at the moment, and also look forward to everyone's check-in with tomorrow morning's Maritime 2-meter wake-up net. Pass back to you, Jim. 7-3 to you, and all on frequency. Have yourselves a great and safe evening. VE1 JBL, VE1 CSE.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. VE1 CSE, VE1 JBL, good at everything there, and yeah, good on the. You'll be doing the morning net tomorrow there, so I know you usually get a lot of check-ins there in the morning, so it's a pretty good net there for sure. Anyways, have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've done the first round of Nova Scotia, and we've done the first round of Prince Edward Island, so let's go over to New Brunswick. First round from anybody from New Brunswick that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion net. This is your time. Come on in.
39 Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, V9 OSK.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Charlie Alpha Portable. Victor Echo 9, Mike Charlie Alpha Portable. Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9 AI.
Okay, very good. I got 4 so far there. I have VE9 VEA, VE9 OSK, VE9 MCA Portable, and VE9 Alpha India. I know there's lots more New Brunswick stations out there, so who did I miss, or who would like to check in? Come on, go ahead.
VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. VE1 Tango United.
Okay, I got 2 more stations. I got Bob and Dennis, VE9 VOF and VE1 TU. Top of the list, VE9 VEA. First one in from New Brunswick. Boy, you better down pat now, Vern. Come on in.
Yeah, QSL VE1 JBL Wednesday Night Fusion Net Control. Good evening to all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency there for sure. Yeah, Jim, sooner or later you learn, eh? They say it's hard to teach a dog, an old dog, new tricks, but if you work at it, it's possible to get a few things beat in there, so I think I got her pretty well mastered now. Anyhow, having a lot of fun doing it, that's for sure. Enjoy this fusion stuff and all that good stuff, and really enjoy the node. So the station said he's going to set up a node. I advise him to get that set up because there's nothing like your own node. After a while, she has a few hiccups at first, cuts out a few times, but after a while, you keep working with it, and it takes off, and it works like a charm. Anyhow, Jim, nice to hear you doing the net, and nice to hear all the stations checking in there for sure. So, we wish everybody on frequency a great evening and a great wake-up call tomorrow. 7-3s to all, 88s to ladies, a special good evening to the scanner and shortwave listeners. Oh, yeah, Jim, just want to mention, I ordered a new little toy from Estonia. I think you know what I ordered, eh? It's the OpenSpot 4 Pro.
they're on sale right now, so I picked it up on sale because I can try it. If I don't like it, I can always sell it for what I pay for it. Anyhow, ordered that after supper Monday night. It was put on FedEx yesterday, Tuesday. It's supposed to be delivered here on Friday before 5 o'clock. So that's what I call speedy service. Estonia, from Estonia Monday night to here on Friday. So that's what I call speedy service. Okay, Jim, enough foolishness out of me. Everybody have a great evening. 7-3's off. Bye-bye. Thanks for doing the net and calling us in, Jim. 7-3's to you. VE9 VEA. Clear.
VE9 VEA VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Vern. Good on everything there, and the new hotspot there. So hopefully you'll get it maybe running there on the weekend if you get it there by tomorrow or by Friday there. So it'll give you something to do there on the weekend there for sure. So very good. Thanks, Vern, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into the FNC Oscar VE9 OSK VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE9 OSK. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. Doing fine here in New Brunswick. We are adjusting to the beautiful temperature for the end of November. So far, no snow, so I guess that's going pretty good there. Nothing to add, no traffic here. Just want to say hi to everybody and wish them a very good evening. Victor Aquanine, Oscar Sierra Kilo from the 7-3.
VE9 OSK, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Oscar. Good on everything there. And yeah, we got quite a bit of snow here Monday night. And when I woke up Tuesday, I was surprised how much snow actually came down out here in Tignish. And yeah, quite a few centimeters. It's still on the ground here. And it's been cold. Of course, nothing much to make it melt away here. So we're still covered in snow out here in Tignish here. But anyways, it's just, I guess, just the way that maybe it just comes off the water here. I always notice that seems to get a little more out here than it does even in Amherst. So anyways, very good, Oscar. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go see Mike in Irishtown. Portable, VE9 MCA, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net Victor Aquanine Mike Charlie Alpha Portable. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to Oscar and Vern and everybody else checking in. Yeah, I had the same problem there with my water tank after, I think it's 18 years. I replaced the burners on it, but then after that, I had to replace the tank. So they brought me a brand new tank, and that the same day was leaking, so they had to come back and replace it the next day with another one. So just goes to show you that sometimes the manufacturing quality is not like it used to be. But yeah, ever since they replaced a new one there, no leaks and everything is working good. And other than that, no traffic here, Jim. Just check in there. Everything okay. I'm battling a little cold there that I caught from my granddaughter there. Most everybody in the household caught it, so we're slowly getting by it. It takes a while, but yeah, for sure. Anyway, have yourself a good net there, and thanks for calling me in there. 7-3 to all. Have a good net. VE1 JBL. We track 19, Mike Charlie Alpha Portable.
VE9 MCA, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Mike. Good and everything there. Now, what did you? I missed that at the end. Did you say that your daughter or somebody had COVID?
No negative. It was just a cold, a bad cold, like the one that affects most of the young kids today. Not COVID, but bad cold there with little wheezing in the lungs and all that. But we got by there, so they're still battling out there. My two one of my youngest grandson and my 3-year-old granddaughter there. So they gave it to all of us here in the household there, Jim. Over.
Okay, very good. I understand there, Mike, for sure there. So, yeah, well, hopefully they'll all get over it there and everything get back to normal there for sure. Yeah, there is a lot around, that's for sure. They were saying that now that everybody's taking their masks off and everything, that the flu and colds and everything else are running rampant here. So, anyways, take care, and we'll be talking to you for sure. 7-3 for now. Let's go into Fredericton and see Gary, VE9AI, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL Net Control, VE9AI, Gary in Fredericton, and good evening to everybody on frequency. I'm still horsed up a bit. I had that cold that went through the family here, and that seemed to want to hang on. But anyway, the worst of it's over with for now. Looks a little bit of snow on the ground here. Maybe we had 2 inches the other day, but might be a inch left here. But it looks like we're going to get some rain on Friday and again on Sunday, so going up to +9 and +7. So maybe it'll take it away. Anyway, not too much else, I guess. My grandson's water heater went last weekend, and NV Power came out and changed it, and wasn't long, the pressure release valve on it was started to leak, and they came back out and put another relief valve on it, and didn't it start leaking again? They had to put the third one on it, so it brand new heater. So anyway, nothing seems to be much good anymore, I guess. Anyway, with that, everybody have a great week. Thanks for doing the net, Jim, and we'll pass it back to Net Control, VE9AI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gary. Good and everything there. Yeah, and I was worried about that myself. I said, well, this whole tank, I said, it's gone for 20 years now since I built this cabin. And I said, but now when I buy a new tank, is it going to be as reliable as the old tanks? Like everything else, they make it thinner and everything. Maybe the tank's going to be thinner, and it'll leak quicker than the old one, and you just never know for sure there. So now that the thing I'm changing this time is, of course, when that tank was put in 20 years ago, everything was soldered. All the copper going into it was everything was soldered. So I wanted to get away from the solder. So when I went in and got the tank, I was asking for different ways to put it on there. So I now have some flexible hoses that I can just screw right on, and then the other ends have the shark bites, they call them, where you can just take the plastic or copper and push it in on the other end, and that's it. That's all you got to do. So I'm hoping that's as easy. It sounds very easy, so I'm taking it out of the box tomorrow. I just got it down in the basement today, so I'll take it out of the box tomorrow and play around with it and see if I can get it working. Hopefully it's as easy as they say. Very good, Jared, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go into Member Cook to see Bob, VE9 BOF, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE9 BOF. Good evening, Jim, and everybody else that's on net tonight. I haven't been using the Fusion here for probably a couple months anyway, so we decided to try her out tonight anyway. Seems the Moncton repeater is working pretty good tonight, so hopefully it'll stay that way. No traffic. Yeah, no traffic, yes. V9 BOF, Willie Clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bob. No problem at all there. Yeah, it's been a while there, so good to have you on board there tonight, and thanks for taking part. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening there. And let's go back to Fredericton C. Dennis, VE1TU, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, this is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all on the net. Well, we've been fairly quiet here today. Haven't done too much. I am working on a set of hospital coils, trying to adjust them, and I've got them mounted on a steel bottom out on the deck, and I'm in this radio room where, so it's back and forth, and I've made a lot of trips to try to get them adjusted. Anyway, we have not much else to do, so we'll keep at it. Thanks for calling me in. Back to you, Jim. This is VE1 Tango United.
VE1TU, VE1JB. Okay, very good, Dennis. Good and everything. Sounds like you're keeping busy, that's for sure. So good stuff, and thanks very much for taking part. Signal sounds good coming from Fredericton tonight there, for sure there. So have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, we completed one round around the Maritimes here. It's 20 to 8 local time here. So before we do our second round, let's go outside the Maritimes. I see 5 different nodes from outside the Maritimes here connected tonight. So anybody from outside the Maritimes, I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. This is your time. The call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, net control. Looking for stations outside of the Maritimes. Come on in.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, VA6 FP.
Okay, I got Francis in there, VA6FP. I knew you'd be there, Francis. I seen your note up there, and but you see, we got 4 more nodes outside the Maritimes here. So don't be shy if you want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. We'd love to have you come aboard. The call sign here is VE1JBL. Stations from outside the Maritimes. Go ahead. Nothing heard. Let's go up to Alberta and see Francis. VA6FP, VE1JBL. Well, we're getting the cold weather here, Francis. Minus 17 at Edmonton tonight. Minus 10 here at Tignish. And maybe where it's cold here, maybe you guys have miled up. Come on in.
A VE1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP. Good evening to you, Jim, and good evening everyone back home in the Maritimes. Yeah, it's mild. I shouldn't say that too loud because the darn thing will turn around and freeze us once again. It's supposed to cool down there after the weekend, but here it is, 20 to 5, and we're looking at plus 1 degree Celsius. Not a big number, but at least we're above zero. Makes a nice change. We've had a couple of nice days here above zero, 3 and 4 degrees. Supposed to be a little bit warmer tomorrow. Not much, but hey, I'll take it. Give me a chance to go inside there and do some more of my exterior Christmas decorating. Get that done out of the way. I was listening in the bit of the net out in the mobile, just seeing how far my my node was going to carry. It was no problem at all. So we were running around town doing some shopping, and I figured, well, if you were getting through the first round, I might have a chance to check in from the mobile. But we managed to sneak home in time and get things unloaded and put them away. So I guess we're not doing too bad. My biggest problem is when I go through a store, and it makes Brenda mad, is when I go up and down the aisles, I spend more time gawking and looking and everything else, but hey, that's another story in itself. Other than that, Jim, no complaints up here. Everything's fine and honky-dory. So we'll say 7-3 all around, wishing everyone a good week. Look forward to next week's net, talking to everyone once again. 7-3 for now, VE1JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net. VA6FP in Wainwright, Alberta.
Yeah, okay, very good, Francis. VA6FP, VE1JBL, good and everything, good on the shopping and stuff like that. So glad we got you in here. So have yourself a great evening and a great week out there in Alberta. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's completed the first rounds, and anybody from outside the Maritime, so let's start the second round. Let's go into Prince Edward Island. Let's see if we have the second round from Prince Edward Island. Anybody from PEI? that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Come on ahead.
Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie.
Yeah, hi Sterling, BY2SEC, and anybody else from PEI. I did notice a new station on there yesterday. I wrote the call sign down, but I can't find it here right now. But I did see a brand new station. Must have just got up on Fusion there. He was a BY2 station. But anyways, if he's listening in, if he wants to join in, this is the time to come on in. So good to hear you on there. Any other stations from PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead. Nothing heard. We'll go see Sterling, VY2SEC, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VY2SEC. Good evening, Jim, and everyone on net. It's nothing too earth-shaking here. I got my tires on. It worked out right this year for a change. I put my tires on, and the very next day we got some snow there. So, but anyway, I got my antennas back up. The hurricane did a number on one of my 30-foot masts. It put quite a nasty bend in it. My J-pole, instead of pointing up, was heading south. So anyway, we got that fixed up, and so hopefully I'm getting across there okay. But anyway, say everyone take care, have a great evening, and 073 from Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie.
VY2SEC, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Sterling. Well, it doesn't matter. Maybe don't even want to touch that antenna because it's working fine. Absolutely no problem to pick you up there. You got a great signal coming into Amherst because I see you're on the Amherst repeater there. So good stuff. Absolutely no problem at all. Thanks, Sterling, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, second round of Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia. Anybody from Nova Scotia that'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Second round. Come on in.
V1GUY. Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta.
VE1 Kilo Echo Victor.
Okay, I got three stations at a time. I got VE1GUY, VE1EPD, and VE1KEB. Anybody else from Nova Scotia? Any other stations from Nova Scotia? Like checking the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead.
VA1 Victor Charlie.
VA1 HEL.
And I got two more stations. I got VA1 Victor Charlie and VA1 HEL. Any other stations? Any other stations I missed from Nova Scotia? Go ahead. Okay, I think we got them all covered. So let's go to the top of the list there. Joe, VE1GUY, VE1JBL. How's things going on the bottom of the province here?
E1JBL, V1GY. Good evening there, Jim. Good evening to everyone else on the Fusion Net here. Yeah, I called in twice other times. The first time in Nova Scotia, but I guess I got stepped on. I never got heard, so. Anywho, thought I'd give it another whirl, see what happens. So this time I guess I made the trip. Nothing going on too much. We got 4.5 degrees here now. We had it up far as 7 today. So I guess before daylight tomorrow we supposed to be down to -2, according to some of the weather reports I'm getting here. So after that, I guess he's crawling back up again. We're gonna get up around 7 or 8, 9 for a couple more days. So anywho, there's gonna be a lot of ups and downs here as far as temperature goes. And I guess the boat's going to try to get out for Monday. That's a dumping day, we call it here, for lots of parts, lots of gear. But they don't know if they're going to make it or not. So they're trying to see what they can do. They're going to have a meeting. They're going to have a meeting tomorrow and see what they can come up with. So anyhow, hope everything works out good for them. So thanks for calling me in. V1GY going clear. Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Good and everything there, and yeah, I know that this time of year here they're going to put the traps in there, so everybody stays safe there for sure. So very good. Thanks, Joe, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go down to Edwin in West Mexico. VE1EPD, VE1JBL. Go ahead.
VE1JBL, VE1EPD. Not much to report. Yes, I was driving to Digby every couple of days. And now they're all done down there. They're all on their way home. So I guess that's it. They'll be waiting until they dump like Joe was saying, dumping day down here. So not much else to report. Just here listening along. Thanks for doing the net. VE1JBL, VE1EPD, 7-3-88.
VE1EPD, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Edwin. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into Amherst and see Kevin, VE1KEV, VE1JBL.
Yeah, very good evening, Jim. V1JBL for the Fusion Net, V1KEV. Good evening, and good evening to all on the net there tonight, where we got -2.8 in the metropolis of Amherst. A little bit on the cooler side, but they're staying overnight, eh? They're saying like -20. Holy moly, it's going to be a cool one in the morning, if that being the case. My goodness gracious. But anyway, like out your way, I guess, we still have some snow on the ground in town as well. And I trust it should be mostly gone, hopefully, by the weekend. I hear some +6, +7 temperatures maybe coming our way with some rain maybe. So maybe it'll wash all the snow away, Jim. Anyway, good luck with the water heater. I guess that was kind of a topic, so good luck with that. And hopefully you do well, and I'm sure you will. Just here in the shack there, messing around with some emails and checking out some different websites and listening along, Jim. So thank you very much for doing the net, and thanks for calling me in. And 7-3, you and Wendy have a great week there. And happy hump day. V1JBL from V1 Kilo Echo Victor.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kevin. Good on everything. Yeah, it's going to be a cool night here for sure there. And yeah, I watch many YouTubes on I watch YouTubes for everything now, any kind of repairs or anything. So I've watched many on the change of a water heater. So and now there's the new ways to hooking it up or whatever. And I mean, I've done a lot of soldering with copper pipe in the past, many years ago when I had the cottage at Seagrove. But I haven't had any since then. And I said, oh, I really don't want to get into soldering with copper or anything like that. So when I went and got the water heater, I asked him, I said, there's got to be newer ways to do it. So he showed me. I said, yep. that's what I want. So, anyways, I think we'll do all right here. So, it's nice to see the improvements of getting things done there for sure. So, very good. And by the way, I'm going to have a truck here in a couple of weeks. My sister-in-law is selling me her truck, so I'm going to have a truck again. So the first thing is I got to get my 7250, the one that I got from you, Kevin, is going to be installed in the truck there. So that's the first thing. Once I get that radio in the truck there. So I'm looking forward to that. Thanks, Kevin. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down and get the latest wildlife report from Don. VA1 Victor Charlie, VE1 JBL.
Yeah, Roger, Jim. Excuse me. I got a little huff and puff here going on. Take some acetaminophen again to quiet that down. No, I haven't bought any seed in quite a while. They talked about not putting any out this year in the summertime and fall account of the bird flu. And God, I got a big hatchery up behind me here. You see the big transfer trucks rolling in one after another, in and out there, taking the young chicks back to the growers there. And I just thought, well, I heard a lot about it. So anyway, but I got some orders, so I hope to have some seed here this week. They'll bring it up to me, 3 or 4 big bags of it. So get me through at least 1 month anyway. But I did see the bar rally come around the other day, and he was probably disappointed. Figured he's about time where the cold weather's coming out. Check out all them fur birders there. You know what I was talking about. But not too many of them around anymore right now. But they'll come back once they know the seed's on the ground. The Blue Jays have this big intercom system where they blat all over the neighborhood. So once you hear the Blue Jays blat, you know it's mealtime up here in the hill, I guess. And the deer are moving all the time. They come through maybe every 5 or 6 days on the colder days and nights, and you know, it's like a cattle drive. They just keep walking over the property. They eat, they bend down, and they bite some grass. They keep walking, they bend down, they grab some grass. I guess it's probably because the deer hunters got them scared to death again, so they won't stop and just stay there anymore. They just keep coming through, but anyway, there's still some around, and I guess a lot of hunters got their deer, and that's good for them, and they'll fry up some deer steak and some onions and mushrooms and whatever else they put in it, so get the numbers down a little lower. So there's so many of them being left on the highways there, but anyway, yeah, I don't know how hard the winter's going to be this year. We'll just have to wait and see, but once I get started, I'll keep putting it out for the winter months, and they all eat it, every living animal around. And I guess that's a little report that I can offer, but it is time to start feeding them again. 7-3, Jim. Thanks for calling me.
VA1 Victor Charlie, VE1 JBL. Very good, Don. Yep, good and everything there. Yeah, I've been feeding them all along here, and hundreds of chickadees. My goodness, I don't know. I think the chickadees had chickadees, and every morning the thing is just full of chickadees. They're coming from everywhere there. So lots of chickadees, lots of nuthatches. I got lots of them around here too. And of course, I got the squirrels, and of course, Blue Jays. Yeah, they come in, and they're here every morning here too. So, but I got the squirrels. So everybody's getting fit here. So we're keeping it up here, and keep them all happy. That's for sure. Very good, Don. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go down and see Will. VA1 HEL, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Will.
VE1 JBL and the Fusion Net. Evening, everyone. Just trying to knock out some more work. Got to get it out of the way so I can try and get to sleep tonight. I'll say 73, hand it back over to you there, Jim. It's nice hearing everyone. It's been a bit since I've been able to check in. I usually end up missing it, trying to get the little guy down to sleep. So everyone have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one. VE1 JBL from VA1 HEL in Windsor, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, okay, very good, Will. Yeah, good and everything there, and thanks very much for taking the time there tonight to come in there. Good to have you on board there, and 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that was the second round of PEI and the second round of Nova Scotia. So let's go for the second round of New Brunswick. Second round from the province of New Brunswick. Anybody that missed out the first time and want to check into the Maritime Fusion Net from New Brunswick, go ahead.
VA, recheck.
Okay, all I heard was Vern on there with a recheck. Go ahead, Vern.
Yeah, V1JBL net control. Yeah, Jim, I was listening to you talking about the water heaters, eh? We're only on our second water heater. Our second water heater in about 35 years, so we've been lucky. I always make sure it's a glass lined one. Glass lined, and it seems to let them last quite a while. The one we got in there now is since about 1997, I believe. 97 or 98, so that one's been in there since then, the one that's there now. Never had one pop a leak on me, so I've been lucky that way. Okay, just thought we'd throw that one in for you, Jim, and go from there. VE1JBL, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha, 7-3, bye-bye.
Okay, very good, Vern. Good at everything there. Yeah, that's a good lifespan for that tank there for sure. So good stuff. And yeah, hopefully, like I say, we got 20 years out of this one. So if we could get 20 years out of the next one, we'd be doing very well. That's for sure. So very good. Thanks, Vern. Okay, again, second round for the province of New Brunswick. Anybody from New Brunswick that like check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Second round from New Brunswick. Go ahead.
VE9 Juliet Mike.
Yeah, Papa Romeo portable.
Okay, I got two stations that time. I got VE1JPR portable, and I got a new one. I don't think I've spoken to him before. I got a VE9JM. So there's two stations. Anybody else? Anybody else from the province of New Brunswick that like to check in the Maritime Fusion at the province of New Brunswick? Go ahead. Nothing heard. Let's go to the top of the list there. VE9JM, VE1JBL. Very good evening. Name here is Jim. Juliet and Mike Jim. We're located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Come on in.
Good day, VE1 JBL. This is VE9 Juliet Mike. Yes, indeed, you wouldn't have heard me before. Brand new. So we're trying this out. We're in Franklin Junction, -4 down here. Not too much to say. Just wanted to check in. And thanks for holding the net. This is VE9 Juliet Mike. Back to you.
Yeah, VE9JM, VE1JBL. Well, very nice to meet you. Thank you very much for taking part in the net there tonight, and welcome to Fusion. And the radio is sounding good. You're sounding great. Perfect audio, no problem at all. And can I get your name for the log? And I think you said you were coming from Fredericton Junction. Maybe you can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But and also get your name there. Go ahead.
Yes, it's Jean-Marc, and we're coming from Fredericton Junction.
Okay, very good, Jean-Marc. Good to have you on board there tonight. Thanks very much for taking part. Hopefully you're enjoying the Fusion. And this net is on every Wednesday night here, and you're connected to several repeaters throughout the Maritimes. While the net is on, we actually right now there's 25 nodes connected. But the rest of the week, Jean-Marc, there's 8 repeaters that are constantly linked. 9 repeaters, I think, that are constantly linked throughout the Maritimes in PEI, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick there. So anytime you're in the CT Maritimes room, you're being heard all over the Maritimes there. So very nice to meet you on here. Thanks very much for taking part in the net there, and hopefully we'll hear you next week in the net there. Anything else anything else we help you with there, Jean-Marc?
Well, thank you very much for having this net. This is going to be a fun hobby, and we'll be hearing from me again. We'll be talking again. So 7-3 now, and a good evening to all.
VE9JM, VE1JBL. Okay, very good. Thanks very much for taking part. I'll get you in my cheat sheets here that I keep everybody's name that I've heard on here. So I'll get you in there. So I'll know you for next time when you come in there next week there for sure. Thanks very much, and again, welcome to Fusion. Okay, let's go in and see Pat, VE1JPR, VE1JBL.
Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. Nothing really new here. Gonna make a trip to Truro on Friday. Got a whistling competition I've got to attend. So that's the last one for the year. Hooray! I'm not going to complain about that. So, and welcome to Jean-Marc. Welcome to the fraternity. Great signal into the repeaters. It's good to hear some new voices. So. 7-3 to all. Everybody stay safe. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo, clear.
Okay, very good, Pat. Good to have you on board there tonight, there. And yeah, it's nice to get some new blood in here for sure there. And we had another new station come in there last week. That was John, VE1JS. That was new, and I think there was another station. I can't think of it right offhand, but and I did see a new station from PEI that was testing on the repeater this week here too. So maybe we'll hear him in there in the near future there. So good to have some new blood coming in here for sure. Thanks, Pat, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, we've done 2 rounds of the Maritimes, and we've done outside the Maritimes. So it is 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes past 8 o'clock here. So what we're going to do now is going to open up for anybody from inside or outside the Maritimes that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Anybody from inside or outside the Maritimes that would like to just check into the net, go ahead.
Victor Alpha 7, Lima Alpha Juliet.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Hotel Lima.
I got 2 stations at that time. I got Scott, VE1CHL, and I got another new station, VA7LAJ. That's Lima Alpha Juliet. So good to hear them on there tonight. Thanks very much for coming into the net here tonight. And before we call you in, I'll take another standby. Anybody else from anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes, would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 3, Alpha Charlie, VE3AC.
Okay, and I got Frank on the end there, VE3AC up in Sudbury. Let's go to the top of the list there, and very good evening, and thank you very much, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Alpha 7 Lima Alpha Juliet. This is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima. My name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Come on in with your name and your location and anything else for the net there. Go ahead.
This is Victor Alpha 7, Lima Alpha Juliet. My name is Lauren. I'm 12 years old, and 2 days ago, a year ago, I got my ham radio license, and I am located just outside of Vancouver.
VA7 Lima Alpha Juliet, VE1JBL. Okay, very good. I think you said your name was Jack. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but, no, what do I got a name here? I got Lauren Jack. I'm not sure which way that is there, but anyways, you come on back and give me your name again there. But I did hear that you're 12 years old. You just got your license, so welcome aboard. And you're sounding great. Absolutely no problem. Your audio was perfect, and very good to have you on board from BC there tonight there. Go ahead.
You got my name right. I am Lauren Jack, Lima Alpha Uniform Romeo Echo November. I am 12 years old, and I got my ham radio license just over a year ago. Like, a year ago in 2 days.
VA7 LAJ VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Lauren. Well, good to have you on board there today. Thank you very much for taking part in the net here tonight. This net is on every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock local time. I guess that would be 3 p.m. out there in BC. And very nice to meet you on there. And just got your license for a year and 2 days, so good stuff. Now, were you on Fusion the whole time that you got your license, Lauren, or is Fusion a newer mode for you there? Go ahead.
I've been on Fusion for a while now. I feel like it was like, when I got my Yaesu FD70, I think it was maybe 2 weeks to a month till I was on Fusion, and I have tried to check into this net once, but it was too early, and I had to go curling. So, I've been on America Link a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, okay, very good, Lauren. Very good. Well, thank you very much for taking part there tonight. Good to have you on board here, and I'll get you in my logbook here as a new one for me, anyways. And I'll know who you are when you call in again. Again, this net's on every Wednesday night, so if you get a chance to check in, by all means, come aboard. Nice to have some young blood in here too. That's for sure, and that's a real plus there for sure. And Lauren, where did you say you were at there? I brought you up on the database, but it's only telling me British Columbia. Is it outside of Vancouver?
Affirmative, yeah. I live just outside of Vancouver.
Roger. Okay, very good, Lauren. Well, good to have you on board. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight. And hopefully we'll hear you more often on the Maritime Fusion at 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go down to Truro and see Scott. VE1CHL, VE1JBL. Come on in, Scott.
VE1JBL, VE1CHL. Very good evening, Jim, and good evening to everyone that's listening. And special hello there to Lauren. Nice to hear the young folks getting on there. I don't know where the time goes, Jim, but I wish I could get things caught up. So busy trying to get ready for winter, and still snow on the ground here. It's -2 here tonight. But good heavens, I'm getting there. I take a few things off the list every day, but someone keeps adding them on at the bottom. Anyhow, hope everyone has a good rest of the week, and we'll catch you again there, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1CHL, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Scott. Yeah, good at everything. And are you doing anything in the rink this year, Scott, or are you retired from that now?
No, I've been spending quite a bit of time up there the last few weeks there, Jim. So, and good luck with your water heater. I had to put one in here a few months ago. And, getting the old one out was the hardest part. But anyhow, it's not too bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, very good, Scott. Yeah, I've got the hose already now. I shut the power off to it there, so it's I didn't want to keep heating up hot water, because if I got to drain 40 gallons out of it there, I don't really want to be draining hot water out of there into the sump pump hole. So I've already shut the there. I'll work on here so here having things and that, hopefully the hot water be
EL, Victor 3, Alpha Charlie. Yeah, it's Frank up here in Sudbury, Ontario, and the weather quite nice. Can't complain. Kids, they got to enjoy the Santa Claus parade, and it was actually quite nice. Quite a nice evening. So, other than that, much more and around through the other coast come that.
Frank, good on everything there, and yeah, it hasn't been too bad here. It's cooled off now the last few nights, but on the weekend it was really nice. Actually, we had our Santa Claus parade on Saturday night past here, and I can't remember. Now, of course, we didn't have a Santa Claus parade for the last 2 years because of COVID, but they brought it back this year, and but I cannot remember ever going to a Santa Claus parade wearing sneakers and my feet not freezing to death. So it was actually a beautiful night. I don't even think I had my jacket zippered up or anything like that. It was just a beautiful night. So great night for the Santa Claus parade there. So everything was fine. But yeah, we start getting cool temperatures in there now. But anyways, it is late November, so we gotta expect that. Very good, Frank. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, it's almost 20 minutes past 8, so any other late check-ins from anywheres? Any late check-ins from anywheres that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Alpha Mike.
Okay, I have Cam in there, VE9CAM. Anybody else that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, inside or outside the Maritimes? Anybody like to check in the net before we close? Go ahead. Nothing heard. Let's go into Shediac and see Cam, VE9CAM, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL and the Fusion Net, V9CAM returning. Well, my intentions were to get in here a little bit earlier. I came downstairs and turned on the radio, started listening to the net, and I fell asleep. That's no reflection on the quality of the net by any stretch there, James. I was just a little bit tired and just nodded off there, and I just snapped out of it. But I did hear something you guys were talking about, hot water heaters, I think, at one point. And I was always wondering, that seems like a funny statement to me, because I always wonder, why do they call it a hot water heater? Hot water doesn't need heating. Anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, not much to add. Take care. 7-3. Thanks for calling in. V9CAM.
VE9CAM, VE1JBL. Yeah, okay, very good, Cam. Yeah, good on that play on words, that's for sure. Yeah, I had brought up for the first net there. I've been very busy here this week. Here, I had a new driveway fixed. I had the driveway fixed up at the cabin here, widened by 2 feet, and more area for turnaround in here. I had that done on Monday. Then the hot water heater died on me on Tuesday, so I had to run to town and get myself a new hot water heater. And then today I had to get my tires changed, and the fellow showed up to cut all the trees down that we lost in Hurricane Fiona. So he was here today. I said, I'm spending money this week like a drunken sailor. So, but that was one of the things we had talked about was the water heaters. So several guys, I bet you 7 or 8 have talked about hot water heaters here tonight. So it was a popular subject. Nothing to do with ham radio, but it was a popular subject. Anyways, very good, Cam. Good and everything. Thanks very much for checking in, and good to hear you tonight there on the net. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, there was only one on that last call, so we're going to make this the last call. This will be the last call. It's getting 22 minutes past the hour, so we're going to make this the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Not 1 of 3, not 2 of 3. This is the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. So anybody from inside the Maritimes, outside the Maritimes, or like Mike would say, outer space or underwater, anybody like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. This is the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead. And with that silence, we are going to close the net. And I always said to Mike there before, I said, if we ever get a call from outer space, we better take that one for sure there, because that'll be a special one for sure. So, anyways, with nothing hurt, we're going to close the net at 22 minutes past 8 o'clock. And I want to thank the 33 check-ins. Good net tonight. 33 check-ins who checked into the net tonight. And we also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes, who all linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. There was actually 25. I got 25 nodes in here tonight there. So good everybody checked in and hooked up to listen to the net tonight. A recap of the net will be sent out to all members via the email that I usually send out the day of the net, actually. So that'll be in the recap will be in the reminder for next week there. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie at CA. Click on Club Activities and Nets, and you'll see more information about the Maritime Fusion Net. Now that the net has concluded, the CQ Maritimes room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1JBL. Name here is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Signing off, and good night, everyone. 7-3, and talk to you again.